Hi everyone. Uh, it's good to see you again, and my mic is here again, acting up. So welcome again to another week of you know talks of how we're doing with the PvP. Sorry, it's wrong with my camera. Okay, but this is very exciting for us. We're getting closer and closer to the biggest launch of IoTeX blockchain, probably one of the biggest features of Star Crazy, which is the PvP. And I know we everyone's excited about this, and people keep talking. We cannot stop talking about the launch of the PvP. So I understand the excitement of everyone, so I want to talk about just a little bit of discussions about how we prepare for this. And I have here with us tonight the master fuser from the Star Crazy metaverse, as if you want to call it that way. So Star Crazy, she's like she's the one who like, I want to fuse everything. I have SSRs, yeah, don't doesn't matter. I'll burn them for the game so that I could get the UR, and eventually she got her UR. So everyone, please help me welcome Inano. She's from the, you can call her Ada. Yeah, she's her handle is Inano from the chat. So she'll be joining me today. And everyone, let's welcome the Queen of Fuse.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Inano, how are you? Hi, thank you for joining us tonight. This should be a you know casual talk about what's coming with Star Crazy. But for before we start, no, I know people in the chat know you more than they know me probably. So I'll just let you introduce yourself a little bit. So if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, that'll be cool.
My name is Inano. Queen Akatokomanova is my handle I got from my homeland,
Mm.
um, which is way back in a little tiny island. However, I'm just an ordinary person who just likes to take a lot of risks. I have no idea about technology that much. I'm a grandmother of 7 children, and I live in Brisbane,
Oh,
Australia.
that's fun. That's a fun place. I've been there multiple times myself. So yeah, thank you for having us. So it's like a bit late for you now, right? It's like 9 p.m. But thank you still for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time for today, and
Mhm.
appreciate it. So can you like how long you mentioned that you don't know much about technology, crypto, or anything, I assume. So how did you find Star Crazy, and what makes it like what makes you go crazy about just fusing and burning GFT for this game?
Okay, how I knew Star Crazy is because I fell in love with IORTX. Okay,
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
blockchain. 2
yeah,
years ago, when I got into the blockchain, I researched CoinMarketCap. IORTX looks really fancy name, pretty nice. So I bought into it. I bought a lot of IORTX, and people used to call me the queen of IORTX, in
yeah,
a group that I knew. However, during the beta testing for Star Crazy, as you do, you go back and check on your investment and see how your staking's going and stuff. So I started
yeah,
clicking
yeah.
on
I
and
feel you.
yep, and I saw the Star Crazy. It was Link Star.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it
Link
was
Star
Linkstar
it
in our
was
beta testing.
yes. So I clicked on that and then I joined the beta test. It wasn't at the beginning of the beta testing, was midway of the beta testing.
Hmm.
And I just clicked on everything and bashed them together and tested. And that's how I came about it. And I thought this is going to be really good. So I started word of mouth to some of my friends and some of my people
Hmm.
to come back and check it out. It's on IOTX. You
Yeah,
know,
that's good.
um,
Yeah, yeah. If you were a beta tester, you would realize you would probably remember how chaotic was it like in the first or second week of the test, right? So like everyone was like, "Hey, do this, do that." but eventually, cool heads prevailed, and then here we are,
Yep.
doing being the number one DAP, number one, game in IUTech. So yeah, that was exciting time of our life. We didn't know much about then. We had Game Fantasy Studios had like Travel Cat, which was running in IUTech's blockchain.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, and by the way, there's one question here for you from the chat, so I want to show it to you. I want to know how Inano prepare the Stars army for PvP from Team Bravo.
Okay. At first, I thought I'm going to get all you are. That's my team. You know, but things change as we get to see that you can only use one UR and things like
Yeah,
that. So, of course, you got to find revenue somewhere else. So I've sold some. Um, I would look for the quality in the stars, and also like Kajo. What do you use a Kajo for? How you gonna we um try and read into the attributes of the stars. So that's how
yeah,
I
yeah.
do it. I look at my team and say, right, I want all of them to have cardio because sticks can hit a radish or something. Because we don't know. I don't know really what's going to happen. So I
Yeah.
like a horn. I like horns because horns are sharp. I like puppet because I think the puppet tattoo because I think that's a bit bigger tattoo that covers the whole body as an armor. Some people think cow skin, but this is just things that I don't know either. So I just read into the attributes of it
We're
and
just winging it.
winging it. That's it, winging
Yeah,
it. And then when the time comes, we're
because
scrambling
we
around
don't
for
know
it.
we don't know much for now. So no, Inano is not one of the devs of Star Crazy. She's just an avid fan of Star Crazy, a player as we see. So here I want to show something to the players, right? So this is how we would. I just have you screenshots because right now we're still like testing and finalizing the game. So like you don't know what to look for. So here's a screenshot of how it would look like. This forgive me with this circle highlight. Just want to show something. So if you're preparing for your stars, send them in the star arena. The limit is here. You can have two ends. Actually, you can have three ends. You can have two R's. You can have one UR. So in your team, you can have one UR, one SSR, and one SR. Right. So that's the most powerful combination that you can have in a team. So I think your time and effort in burning your SSR will still be useful if you haven't sold your what do you call that? If you haven't sold your UR yet, because I think people are selling the UR and people are also uh, buying them. So yeah, you wanna say something?
No, I saw my URs when you
Ah,
said
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Hand up
So
me.
and here's the how the game would look like in the actual battle, right? So this is how I will probably show some clip later, but we'll just talk. We'll have a little chat, and I think right now the most important thing that I uh, wanna tell the people is how important the progress that we have with MetaMask, right? Have you played? How do you play Star Crazy, by the way? Just on mobile or on your laptop or
Only on
desktop?
mobile.
Yeah.
Only on
How,
mobile at the moment because I just love the blockchain. I'll only go to MetaMask if I have to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So for now, you can now actually play using in mobile. You can play both in MetaMask and in IOPay. So we prepare this feature, right? Because when we created the game, it's only running on IOPay. And IOPay has, as we know, no matter how we love IOTEX, it's still undeniable that it's still relatively new to the market, and not many people know about IUPay, right? So what we did, what the devs did, was to make Star Crazy Web3 compatible. now that it's Web3 compatible, you don't have, if you don't know IUPay, that's fine. You can just, I think everyone, who's watching us right now and everyone who's playing the game, they already know MetaMask. So for MetaMask, it is very huge, not only for Star Crazy, but for every DApp in IOTEX ecosystem. And also we are in the works now of partnering with other wallet, which we may announce in a couple of weeks, probably, or probably just a days or weeks after the launch. So we are the game. The developers are expanding the scope of the game. So we maybe who knows, we might go cross chain in the future. But MetaMask is a big step for us, to go out of the just the IUPay, and now you can now play in MetaMask and on desktop as well. I think that's the biggest improvement with what the devs did, because before, I don't know if you've tried playing Star Crazy in desktop before. So in desktop before, you have to go to IUPay desktop, and then you have to key in your wallet address every time. And it's, for me, that's so much hassle. Like, who holds your wallet key every time, right? You want to keep it safe and private, not putting it every time you log in. So that's why we don't. Not many people are playing Star Crazy in desktop. So, but for now, but right now, since we have already launched the uh, MetaMask in desktop. So you can easily just click on your add-ons, and then you can play Star Crazy right away as long as your MetaMask is on IOTEX network. Plus, Star Crazy is now exposed to millions of users, of MetaMask users, right? So this is something we are preparing this for the future, that we might. This is the expansion. This is what we are doing. So what do you think about that? Uh,
I think it's a great idea. I use MetaMask. I do.
yeah,
But I prefer, that's just me. I like to use IOPay. I prefer, because I'm on the mobile. It's handy. I don't
yeah.
carry a desktop around with me everywhere. But I do use MetaMask, and yes, it's more versatile. You can go across different,
Hmm.
areas and add different networks and stuff like that. It's great, and of course, a lot of people do use it. Um, I think it's great. I think it's a great improvement, and more people out there will be, because I still see people coming into the chat and saying, "Do I have to download IOPay?" You were always having to say to admit IOPay. Now we don't have to do that. We just say connect to MetaMask.
Yeah, it's true.
Blockchain, and it's much easier, as most people have MetaMask. So I like MetaMask for certain things.
Yeah.
It's just my preference, but.
Yeah,
Mm,
we're now. Yeah, MetaMask is great. It's easy, but I think for mobile, I still prefer to use IOPay because everything is there and it's faster on mobile. But in MetaMask mobile, it's still good, comparatively good. But in desktop, MetaMask is the only way to pay Star Crazy. And now we stop. The devs are now altogether stop supporting IUPay for desktop, because I think IUPay has not been like updated for a long time. So yeah, you can just play with your on desktop right now, and everything is smooth. So if you want to play games in bigger screen, the thing is, probably we will optimize in the future is making Star Crazy, not even if you're playing in desktop right now, you can just see a rectangular mobile version still of the screen. You can probably just use once one third of your screen while playing Star Crazy on desktop. I think that's something that the devs can work on, but we do this one feature at a time. So yeah, that's something. MetaMask is huge, and also we're working again, as I mentioned. We are now negotiating. We are now in the process of integrating Star Crazy in another wallet, in another chain. So yeah, we are just getting bigger and bigger in preparation for the PvP. So what do you think? What's your like? What are you most excited about the upcoming PvP launch?
I want them to go on my planets and play and battle. That's what I like. I'm excited about the PvP. I'd like to see how the battles, what the traits are, because then you can go back and fuse those try and make those kind of cats that are working well
Yeah,
on the game. Because I love fusing, so I love doing that part of things. So I'd like to see what works well and you know what attributes will match the energy or the planets, if it comes with that. You've got fire planet, and is there fire traits or fire energy or something. It's
yeah,
just so confusing. It's just a lot to me. But what I'm excited about PvP is everybody likes to fight. Everyone
yeah,
likes to fight. You want to win.
definitely.
Winning is a big thing to a lot of it's normal human trait character. You like to win and also get rewarded for it. So we'll be seeing a lot of players coming in during that time, especially when some people have been doing really good,
Yeah,
in
that's cool. Yeah. So
PvP.
since you mentioned elements, right? So I'll show you just a little bit snippet. So this is still these images are in what do you call that, testnet, right? So sorry guys, it's a little bit small. I just get this from the ambassadors testing, because they're now testing the game in the testnet. So if it's too small at the bottom here, you can see the element. So people are asking, hey, what's the element of my star? So you can see it here in the bottom. When you fuse, actually when you check your stars once PvP goes live, that you can see this feature already. So yeah, so it's still, if you notice, the number of stars is still 472, and because it's on testnet. And yeah, so that's something I think that's very important in the future, right? Especially for you who is into fusion, right? And then if you're fusing and you want to know, hey, I want this element because this is the element of my planet, so I want all my stars to have this kind of element. So yeah, uh, in the when we launch the PvP, you can see that feature already, and then you can see. So you would ask, there's so many there elements at the bottom. Which one? Which How would I know which element is my star? So you would see it. Whichever is the dominant feature, that's the element of your star. So that's how you
Mm.
would probably. So everyone who's watching right now, you can ask Inano how she would do it in the future. So yeah, let me just answer one question here. Do you need to train the battle NFTs power ups like normal stars, and do they also need to rest after the battle? So for this one, we still need more information from the devs on this one, right? As much as I would like to answer this one, I could not. But they are definitely power ups, right? So I don't see any option for them to train yet. So that's what I can say. There's nothing in there. So the battle NFTs, right, are those from the flash
Christmas and
sales,
from the
yeah,
flash
Christmas
sales.
NFTs, and
Mhm.
Pioneer NFTs. So
Fine.
so they will be used. So if you have any of them, don't sell them. What's wrong with my camera again? Yeah, there we go. So if you have any of them, just don't. If you want to use, because if you don't dispose them yet, because instead of having just three, right? You'll be able to have four, right? And how they would be able to buff, how would be able to give power up, they would be we will know it in the future. And I think, sorry, I don't think they will need training, right? Because that's their specialty. What do you think? Do you think battle NFTs needs to be trained when they're already battle NFTs?
No, I think they're skilled for it. They're basically created for that.
Yeah, definitely. So they're made for that, right? So
Mm.
what else can they do? Can they battle? Can they mine? No, they cannot. Can they battle? Yes. Why do they still need training? But again, I will still have to wait for the official announcement from the devs on that. Okay, let me just look for questions here. So how many how so you I think you'll be preparing for the biggest teams that we could ever get, right? What do you call that? UR, SSR, and the SR, right? I think that's what
Yes,
because we'll
I
be
think
ranking.
so.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think so. You are SSR and SR.
Yeah, yeah. So
Those are
based
the
on
two.
this that
For
we have shown earlier, so this is the limits for each star, right? So
yeah,
you can
one of
have
each.
one UR, one SSR.
One
So if you
SR.
want all ends, then that's fine as well. And then at the end of the day, stars will be ranked, and then players will be ranked, and then distributed.
And
Do you
al-
wanna? Oh, go ahead.
and also another thing, at the end of the day, um, it doesn't disqualify the newcomers. So the
No,
new
no,
investors, because they can come and start with end cards. And then
absolutely.
they can up and you can upgrade from there. It's cheap. It's low fees. I mean, it's a good place to start. I have friends that are afraid of it, afraid of
Yeah,
investing. But when I explain to them how much it is and how simple it is, they'll give it a go. So starting with 3 end cards, that's
yeah,
less than, well, what is it? Isn't that less than $1 or something? How much is no? Less than a
yeah.
dollar
Around,
$52?
yeah, yeah. Around less
Three 0.3.
$5 now.
So
Five
it's five
times
dollars, so it'll be
one
less
point five, around $1.5
dollar
per star.
50 to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
team of end cards. And that's good for a beginner if you want to come and test it around too, throw it in and say,
absolutely,
oh, this is exciting. Then they can go and try some rares, get some rares and get some SRs, fuse
absolutely.
them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So
Mm,
if you wanna just test the waters, you can just go with end cards and not
mm,
spend anything. Probably you can spend max of $5, and then you'll be able to play the game, battle with your same level because eventually you will be. I won't be much with you, right? Because I don't have powerful cards. All I have like R's and a couple of SR, right? I don't want to go against you. You have UR. Your one UR will eat me up alive without any chance at all. So, yeah, yeah,
and if
definitely.
you and Ray, if you lose on your end cards, it's okay. It was cheap, right? But at
Yeah,
least you'll know why. You know the traits and all that stuff and the elements. You
yeah.
know.
The thing is, if you'd lose it, you'll still be able to use it the next battle, right? Because yeah, you don't actually lose anything. You may lose the battle.
Yeah.
You may have smaller rewards, but that's fine because you have a smaller, investment. Unlike Inano, unlike you spend like hundreds of thousands. I don't know how much you spend really, but I spent quite a fortune in this game. So it would be fair to see you up there, right? We will probably know that this is also why the Explorer, Star Crazy Explorer is very helpful. Like because we want to know, hey, who are we dealing with? Who are these people? What kind of stars do they have? So have you tested it? Have you tried looking at other people's the addresses?
I have
The
I have two. I went and looked at two addresses.
Yeah. How is it?
I was surprised to see where my UR are, where some of my URs are.
So
Yep.
you have,
And and that was
so
nice.
you
It was
know.
nice. It made me proud. It made me proud to
That's
see that my UR is somewhere and it's working, it's earning for this person. It made me happy. I get proud and happy for that person. Of course, I made some money on it, but they're going to make good money because it's passive. Right?
mm,
And it just made me proud. So I've only looked at two. Personally, I'm not a snooper.
yeah, but
I'm
yeah,
going to say it. I'm not
yeah,
a snooper
definitely.
personally.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't looked at other addresses as well. I just looked mine. But definitely in the battle, like you would be able to see the rankings, right? So if you rank, so you might wanna be you might be curious of who else has the same power as mine. So yeah,
Mm.
that's something. So I have a question here. So if PvP release mining of GFT can increase, well, theoretically yes, because people. Okay, here. Let me establish this first. For now, GFT is fixed in. I mean, daily output of the mine is fixed at 2,000 GFT, right? So right now, all the stars are in the mine because they can't do anything yet. So when PvP comes, people will take away their stars from the mine for a moment while they train and they battle. So technically during those times, the mining output for every digp in relation to every digp that you have will increase for a moment. But if you're asking if there would be like an increase in the total amount of GFT output every day, uh, there's nothing yet. Start don't but don't worry though. So I'm not closing any doors, or I'm not saying no. So yeah, because if you notice, GFT is 100% player owned, right? Earned, and then it is the DAO token. So eventually, when the DAO feature launch, the end of this year probably, or third quarter, probably fourth quarter. So that's when the players can vote on the feature. So yeah, it is a possibility that they can increase the output. But for now, so when the battle PvP comes, while the stars battle, especially in Nanos, I don't know, millions of digpies probably, I don't know. But compared to my 12 digp, 49 digp, so yeah, it is something that would be removed from the mine. So in theory, there will be less digging power in the mine, sharing the 200,000 output already.
Mm. Um,
So yeah,
I
by the way,
think
okay, go ahead.
can I just add something, Ray?
Yeah, absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
so if we get this, so for example, if we have UR cards, a team of UR SSR SR card leaving the mine to go and battle,
Mm-hmm.
that amount of DigP that was mining subtracts from the total amount of DigP that was mining.
Yeah, yeah,
Therefore, everybody gets a bit more piece of the pie.
absolutely. Yeah,
So
you're correct.
you imagine if I think there's probably about 11 URs out there now.
Ah, I lost count
Or 10,
because
10, 10. I
I
burnt
don't
one.
have mine.
Sorry.
Have
I
mine.
burnt
Yeah,
one.
no, I don't like you. I can't afford them. So
Yeah, but if all the URs go out of the mine and
absolutely,
everybody
yeah,
gets some battling, and
yeah.
you're a
That's
miner,
huge.
you're not a fighter, you're a lover, and you stay in the
Yeah,
mine. Well, good luck. Lucky you. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. True.
So
So
this
that's a
increase
very
of the pool is not worth.
yeah.
I like it
And
at 10,000.
imagine how many SSR as well will be taken out from the mine when battle starts, right? So
Mm.
yeah, there would be a sudden increase of output for a moment, but then it would eventually stabilize, I guess. So yeah, that's it. That's the benefit because for Star Crazy, for the team, we want the camera again. We want to create as many features as possible as there would be. Okay, let me just before I would continue to that, let me just explain that Star Crazy is created by Game Fantasy, right? Game Fantasy is a gaming studio. It's a huge, relatively huge gaming studio. So the plan is really not to like just focus on Star Crazy, right? If you, they the purpose of GFT is not it is by the way, GFT is not a Star Crazy token, right? It is a game fantasy token, and Star Crazy is just one game of game fantasy. So after this, everything settles down. They will create more and more features, and probably another game in the future that will still be using GFT. So that's why we're kind of teasing a little bit that there will be a metaverse of some sort. It is a game fantasy metaverse. It is not a Star Crazy metaverse because Star Crazy is just one universe of the game fantasy thing. So in the future, there will be more ways to earn in the game. There will be more ways to have fun, like what you said. If you're not a fighter, you're just a miner. That's fine. You can still earn money from mining. If you want to fight, that's fine as well. Just don't kill me right away. So yeah, that's something. By the way, do you want to see? I bet you're curious. Do you want to see how the battle would look like? Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
I'll
I'm sure
show
everyone would love to see it.
show a little bit, a little snippet. So again, just a disclaimer. This is still in testnet, and we are stress testing all the features in the game right now. But if this would not be the final feature, but at least it is close to the final feature, right? So I don't know what happened. There's no audio for this, but just imagine if you open Star Crazy and then you did not turn off the sound and the music. And that's just the music of this video. So let's watch it real quick. So here, uh, okay, let me just. I think okay. So here's the ranking. Let me just probably break it down bits by bits. So here's your history, right? After you battle, you lost, you win. So this will be your records of your stars. After that, you would so that's how the summary of the game. This one wins against the N, of course, right? Again, R. So yeah, you will have the summary after each game. And then so this is how the would battle would look like. If you look at the top there, that's like who would attack. And then oh sorry. So that's how the battles would look like for now. Okay, the important part of this though is I think uh what's the difference is that how you would arrange your stars. Because you don't know even if you have like one when you are one SSR, right? Well, probably it's easy, but it's how you arrange the stars would really matter, because you don't know how the other players arrange their stars, and each star would fight each other like in a column. So what do you think about it? You like
Can they go
you're planning
sideways?
now. You're planning now how to get them stars, right?
Well, yes, yes, I am. Um, I don't know. I'm always thinking in the background about what's the next strategy, what's going to happen ahead. I'm just always trying to emulate what I think.
Mm-hmm.
We are always speculating, so I'm still in that speculating stage because I don't know anything. I'm just like the same as everybody else.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I'm just a fuser. I don't, but what I get in from your information, and I think it's very exciting. There's some stars in there. What I want to know is, can you mix battle stars with normal
They
stars?
are for this sample. We don't have any buff yet, but they're actually the fourth star. They don't battle right away because there will only be three from each. But the battle stars would give you like buff, would give you moral support or additional power, additional attack, something like that. Depends as well on what kind of uh, battle stars you have. So they are battle stars, but they're actually like moral supporter stars, giving you it can give you healing, or they can give you extra attack or whatever your star is. So yeah. So imagine if you buff the smaller stars. Okay, you have UR, right? But then I have an SR, which is also like has good quality, comparable to a UR. All of them probably like the ones I think you fused that one with all the SSR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Yes.
SSRs, right? The blue. It is one of the, I think it's the highest quality stars, right? And if I buff it up, I think it would have a chance with a UR, right? So we still, for me, I haven't tested it yet because the test was released today and didn't have time to test it. But and also we don't have UR
So the
tested.
battle stars are buffers for your normal stars.
Yes, absolutely. No, all stars you have. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
What?
they are buff stars.
Okay. So what my question was is, could you have a battle star and normal stars in a team?
Yes, absolutely. They will be like you'll have if you have special battle stars, you will have four in a team. But I don't think they could attack, but they will be like in the background giving you more attacks and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Now,
that's how they would.
thank you.
That's how I picture they would work, because in the test net we don't have them. We don't have the buff stars, right? Because they're only in the main net. So I'll probably ask the devs to have put some special stars in the test net right now. So yeah. So I think we've gone beyond 30 minutes right now. So what do you for those who are watching right now? Do you have, and also those who want to join Star Crazy? What can you give them? What
Oh
advice would
yes, that. This is one thing I've always wanted to say in the chats.
you?
Firstly, be respectful in the chats.
Absolutely.
Okay, because I'm keep reminding you to speak English in the global chat, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can understand that if you want to sell your stars, or if you want to communicate with others and you want to get your stars out, you speak the global language so that we can understand, and maybe we will buy it. But if we can't understand you and you speak in your language, I'm sorry, you're only going to reach a small audience, not the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
world.
yeah.
That's all I've got to vent about. I'll move on. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry about that, but I'm gonna
Yeah, yeah,
go
that's
on.
good. Yeah.
New players. I'll say for new players, why I like Star Crazy is this. No matter what time you start, whether you're at the beginning of the game or middle of the game or maybe in a year's time, I still find that Star Crazy, because considering that we still have that 2000 until the three. What is the maximum of our of GFT and GFS? Is it 3 billion, 3 million,
No, just 30 million, and we are burning every
30
month.
million?
Yeah,
Right,
just 30
30
million.
million. So for as long as we have to mine this, the total of this, you can you can earn in as many ways,
Mm.
plenty ways. You know, there is staking, there is mining, there is the syrup pool, and you
Yeah,
can start
absolutely.
with a little. I find some people are asking, what is the minimum? The minimum, what is the best investment? That's a popular question. The best investment is what you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
Comfortable with.
definitely.
Um, Rushing and greed is not good for this, because it will drive you crazy. Guys, I've been there. I started with Star Crazy and I rushed to get this UR. You know what? Honestly, I burned my SSR cards in one mine. Yeah, I've got more than one account, because some people told me, we'll do this. And I thought, well, I'll try. And it worked. But anyways, I just I burned a whole lot of SSRs because I
Yeah,
was rushing into it. And I got no UR. I ended up with one SSR, and that was it. Scratch my head. How am I going to get this back again? So you had to work on another, find another strategy. So if
mhm,
I have been here and I've gone down there and had to start up again, and I
yeah,
am where I am today, you can do it too. The
absolutely. Yeah,
difference is, yeah, the difference is, guys, I don't know all the answers. I get you guys, asking for help and giving you some advice, and I do. I give you what I would say I would do, but
mm,
it depends on your risk. How high is your risk? Be
yeah,
comfortable and content with it. That's what I can probably encourage everybody. Um, here's my risk. If one time that you really want to and you can't sleep because you really want to try it and get a UR, if you're losing sleep over it,
that's
remember you've got food, you've got a roof over your head, and you're still alive. Fuse
yeah,
it. Take the risk. You've lost some money if it's not successful, but you've gained something if you are successful, and you
yeah.
still got food, a roof over your head, and you're still alive. That's how I take my risks. That's why
So
I can.
basically, okay,
Mm,
continue. Sorry. So basically, just risk whatever you can afford to lose.
comfortable.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
If
You're
you if
comfortable.
you
Yeah,
if you're losing sleep over it, guys, it's not worth it. I mean, if you're
yeah,
rolling
absolutely.
around and you get back up and you look, oh, I really want to fuse this thing, fuse it. Fuse it, because you can always pick back up again. And because I've started from starting getting my GFT, one or two or maybe five, and then fuse to make a bigger
Mm,
card and go and sell. You guys can see that, when a person is starting again, they start selling lower cards. And obviously, you can see my history on the chats when I'm selling cards.
yeah.
Before I was selling huge, big cards,
All
and
right.
then after that, starting again. You go start from the low, and I'm selling rare cards. Then I'm selling SR cards. When you see me sell SSR cards, you will never see me do that because that's my UR makers.
Oh, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
that's
UR
good.
makers.
Good
I'm just
advice. Thank
saying.
you for. And I think
Mm.
before we close this, I think you brought something today. What was it? You're you think you said earlier that you're gonna
Oh
take it to the
yeah,
plane with you? Oh yeah, she is a Planet Hot Dog fan. Yeah.
I'm packing this in my carry-on bag tomorrow. In the morning, I leave early on for the airport. I am going to miss, depending on the data, because I'm traveling two
Yeah.
legs to back home to the Cook Islands, and I'll be taking this with me on the plane to comfort me, to support me. So I had another question, but when I looked at this, I says, "Oh, this would be good." I wish it was my
Yeah.
photo of my own planet, maize, but this is Planet Hot Dog. It was given very nicely from the Planet Hot Dog team. Thank you
Cool, cool,
guys.
cool. Thank you.
Here's
So
my
yeah, thank you for joining us today.
pleasure.
I just I'll just answer one question, last question here. Will the PvP battle as simple as Axie? Actually, it's gonna be simpler than Axie. So yeah, it's kind of it sounds like complicated right now because we still don't know what's gonna happen and we don't have enough information. But yeah, it's gonna be simple. It's fun. It's simple and it's very doable. Even if you don't have idea anything about gaming. I hate this camera. About gaming, you'll still be able to play the game. So yeah. Everyone, thank you for joining us today, especially Inano. I'll just call you Inano. I can pronounce your name here.
Mm, no, no, it's good.
So thank you for joining us, and again, invite your friends. We'll be launching uh, the PvP feature on March 26th, which is 11 days from now. Uh,
Mm,
get ready, prepare your stars, prepare everything. If you have questions, and I was thinking of doing a live during the launch. So if you wanna join me in here, if I'm not too boring, you can join us. We'll have a chat during the launch and speculate together of what's going on and just invite your friends and share to them Star Crazy, and if you need advice on how to do it, we have here the master fuser, Inano. So thank you, everyone. Anything you want to say before we close?
I love Star Crazy. Makes me go crazy.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, you can join us in our Telegram group, which is Game Fantasy. You can search it in the. Uh,
yeah.
I don't have the link here. I'm sorry, but you can also follow our Twitter at Game Fantasy. No, no, at Star Crazy Game, and you have all the information that you need there. And if you have any questions, join us in our chat. Everyone will be there. Even Inano is always there. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Inano. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great day, everyone.
Likewise. Thanks, guys.